What's better than one day of 4 football games? 2 games of football, 2 days of 4 football games. Welcome to Pete Edwards Field here in Panama City Beach, Florida. We're getting set for the Division II Consolation game between the Tennessee Heat and the Westminster Christian Academy Chargers. James Shannon, Brendan Daniel. I almost said Spencer Thompson. I'm so used to hearing that during the season. Welcome into, again, the stands, the press box, whatever you'd like to call it. Brendan, we saw both these teams Saturday. Tennessee Heat played the early game Saturday. Westminster played the late one. So a little more rest for the Heat. Not the result either team wanted. But as I come out here today, watching those games Saturday, both these teams match up really well.
Yes, they do, but also their Tennessee Heat is going to need a lot of help because, as we called Lutterfeld's name a lot, Martinez is going to have to catch those balls because he had a lot of trouble in the last couple of games. So hopefully he gets that figured out. But on the other side of the field, that quarterback looks amazing. And when talking to coach about him, he said he looks up to players like Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, and watch tapes like that. I'm sure we'll see that on the field as well.
Yeah, freshman quarterback Brock Stomps for Westminster Christian. You have freshman quarterback Luke Matthews for the Tennessee Heat. Battle the freshmen here on a large stage. It's really cool to see the younger talent be able to get to this level and play well. But for Westminster, you also have guys like Guillory, Parrish, Guidry, Richard. Yeah, Richard. So it's going to have to be a collective effort. You mentioned Martinez for the Heat. Keandre Hatfield is going to have a big game as well.
Absolutely.
So a lot of talent across the board for both of these teams, but it should be a good one. Maybe even a shootout, but we'll see. We want to thank you for tuning in. We're going to step aside for just a moment. We'll be right back with the national anthem here at the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament, the Division II Consolation.
Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for allowing us to come out here and play this great game. Please let these players glorify you within everything they do. And everybody have a safe day, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Tennessee Heat will be receiving the opening kickoff. And so we'll get to see Luke Matthews, Aiden Luchtefeld, DeAndre Martinez, Keandre Hatfield, and the rest of the gang start the game on offense for Westminster Christian. We'll get to let me try that again. We'll get to see them start on defense. And Brendan, we saw Saturday when they took on the Evangel Christian Blue Lightning, they allowed 51. Make sure I have the number right because I don't want to miss. 46 points to Evangel Christian. Tennessee Heat only put up 12 on Southern Prep, so this could be a situation where it could go either way. Either this defense shuts them down or the Heat are maybe able to get more points on the board than they did on Saturday.
It's going to have to be a cool collective, though, from Tennessee Heat. They're going to have to fit in some type of running as well. I don't think they're going to be able to air that ball as much because the Chargers were very well played on defense, and I'm sure they'll figure it out as they figured out that I formation.
Back to return deep, number 3, Timothy Aldrett for the Tennessee Heat to kick it off. Number 35, Peyton Parrish, the junior, ready to kick it off. Aldrett, a freshman. We mentioned it pregame, a lot of youth on both these teams. Westminster, no seniors on the roster for the Tennessee Heat. They've got some seniors, but a very young roster. And an onside kick here. It's going to be out of bounds and almost take out our field cameraman. Onside kick attempt there by Westminster. And so the Tennessee Heat should be starting on the 40-yard line, I believe is how they spot it on a 100 by 53. Nope, they'll move it to the 35. So the 35-yard line is where we will see this Tennessee Heat offense begin. I don't know if you can notice on the field, typically these games will run with 5 officials. They're running with 3 at the moment. Had some scheduling issues. Those officials are on the way, but they're going to roll with the 2 linesmen and the referee. So the 3 most important, not most important, our rules analysts would kill me, but very important positions. Throw out to Martinez with the short catch. He's going to get up to the 37. He's going to get tackled by Richard. So a short, quick throw just to kind of get it going and maybe even get Martinez going. Brendan, he struggled a little bit on Saturday hauling in some of those balls. So go ahead and give him a quick throw. Get that confidence built up with the throws.
Yes, sir, and that's a good, easy way to get your star wideout start going. And hopefully they'll get more out of him as the game goes by. Hopefully he'll catch those usual trick balls he usually gets as well.
Tennessee Heat, they're going to go with this shotgun offense. Give Luke Matthews a little bit more time. Oh, and they got him. They got him to jump with the hard count, with the clap.
Offsides on the Chargers.
So they get Westminster with the encroachment. They go with the hard count. It is early in the morning, 10 o'clock kickoff here in Florida. This is the only environment you would kick a game off at 10 o'clock in the morning. Not even the NFL does that.
And usually, again, defense, you're going to have to watch that ball instead of trying to listen to the clap.
See, they almost got him again. Hand off to Luchtefeld, heading to the right side, breaks the first tackle, and he will get up to the 46-yard line. Good hard run there by Luchtefeld. You'll see those kind of hard runs all game. Great job go ahead and getting the ball in the hands of Luchtefeld to start out. Westminster starting a 4-man front, but they have 3 of the defenders standing up. Occasionally that can affect because you're ready to go, and you're not, you're very tempted to just jump. Oh, well, you see the 3-point stance there jump. Matthews, the pitch out to Sutton. Sutton to left-hand side. He's up to across the 50 to the 47. It'll be a Tennessee Heat second down. The run by Luchtefeld picking up the first down. Sutton, who got banged up on Saturday. Good to see him back out there. The 8th grader, Brendan, getting some running time. And when I say the Tennessee Heat is young, they are young.
And it shows even the 8th graders getting some chances at running back. And he did a great job getting some good yards gained. And he's getting the nice experience in this game. Perfect time.
Tennessee Heat JV going almost undefeated. 1 loss on the season. The loss was to the team that won the conference JV championship. Throw is long, deep to Luchtefeld, and just overthrew him. right over the middle. And right there, Brennan, couple runs, quick throws, and then on second down and short, they decide to go ahead and take that shot down the field. And we may see that all day.
Good strategy by Tennessee Heat. Get them off guards. Nice short pass, running play, and then a long ball just for them to stay worried on the defensive front.
Want to welcome you in, whether you're watching in Mount Juliet, somewhere in Middle Tennessee, maybe you're an extended family member of one of these players, maybe in another part of the country. Welcome in. Tennessee Heat on offense. It's 3rd and 3. Man in motion is Brown. Pitch is to Sutton to the right-hand side. It's a quarterback throw. Oh, and he's hit! Ball out of bounds. It will be ruled an incomplete pass. They tried the halfback pass to Sutton. No time to make the throw, but he did have Hatfield lined up to be able to hit him down the field. Just not enough time. The trick play does not work. And so it'll bring up a 4th down and 3 for the Tennessee Heat. Gotta love the trickery right out of the gate. First drive of the game, just try to shake things up. Make sure that the Chargers are awake.
This is your last game, so any offensive play you think you can pull out of your book, do it.
Give is to Luchtefeld up the middle. Hard run, and he doesn't get it. They brought Hatfield in motion to try to get the extra blocker, and that defense shuts it down on 4th and 3. It was a gain of maybe a yard or 2 by Luchtefeld. Run was not adequate, though, to get across the first down marker. And we'll get the Chargers offense on the field. Freshman quarterback Brock Stomps. Westminster led by his father, head coach Jim Stomps. First-year program, 4-4 on the season. Took a loss in the first round of their playoffs. Ended that season 4-5. Currently sitting at 4-6 after Saturday's result. Stomps in the shotgun by himself. Fire out to Richard. He's got blockers on the wide receiver screen. Forced out of bounds at the 46-yard line. And almost a first down, just shy. It'll be a yard shy, bring up a 2nd and 1. So 7-team conference that Westminster Christian plays in. Of course, Tennessee Heat, an independent organization. Westminster Christian start in a 7-team conference there in Louisiana. 4-team playoff, and they made the playoff in their first year. Ended up losing that first-round game to the eventual champions, undefeated Birchman's Academy. So a great showing in their first year by these young men. Stomps takes the snap. Another wide receiver screen. Throw to Richard. Richard start inside, outside. Making men miss. Breaking one tackle with a stiff arm down to the 37. It'll bring up a Westminster first down. Has nothing to do with the games, Brennan, but I absolutely love this color combination, this uniform combination by Westminster. You don't see it every day, but those are some cool colors.
Beautiful colors. Kind of reminds me of my old days at Hardin Valley Academy. We were a little bit darker, but, man, I would love to get a hand of those jerseys and a hat, shirt. So all the fans listening out there.
Hint.
Yeah. We'll send you the Addy if you send us some merch.
Stomps gets the snap. Little bit of time. Rolls left. He's going deep. He's got his man in the end zone. Touchdown. That's Gula with the touchdown. And Westminster right out of the gate. They take their shot down the field, and this one connects.
And I mentioned that Brock watches certain quarterbacks. You see his footwork? That's Peyton Manning like right there. And that throw, beautiful Tom Brady over the shoulder.
Looks like Martinez on the coverage, so Gula beats Martinez over the top. Beautiful throw by Stomps. They'll go for the 2-point conversion. They'll go I formation, tight formation. Stomps, ball is on the ground. 2-point will be no good. Looked like a mishandle on the snap exchange. But Chargers are up on the Heat, 6-0. 8:30 to go here in the first quarter. Parrish set to kick it away, number 35. Kick is deep. Aldred back to return, and I would say a fumble on the kick, but I don't know. I mean, I've heard of fumblefoot, but he didn't quite get it. So they will be spotting the ball there at the 40. The rule is that does count as a kickoff. It's one thing if the wind or something knocks the ball off the tee, but the kicker's foot connected with it. So something that young man will address in the future and be able to get it. Great kickoffs from Parrish, though. That is not the norm for him. So just a slip there. And you see, jumps right back into defense. There's no time to think about that mistake. That's the best thing as a player. When there's no time to think about the mistake, you just got to get back up on the horse.
And they're going to get right back on this horse. Let's see if they can stop the Tennessee Heat offense again.
Luchtefeld in motion. It's a wide receiver screen to the left. Luchtefeld making men miss. Breaks another tackle across the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee Heat. Aiden Luchtefeld off the wide receiver screen, 40-yard catch and run.
Perfect call by the offense of the Tennessee Heat. Luchtefeld playing like a grown man, throwing his shoulder into that player and just running off all speed for him.
2 broken tackles, and you saw Martinez throw the block there, so great job by Martinez too. He gave up the touchdown, turns around, gets the breakout block to get Luchtefeld space. And Luchtefeld, he not only has speed, but he has the power to make men miss. And now he's going to turn right back around, walk to the other end of the field, and kick the extra point attempt. You'll notice all day long, if you watch these games, and they did this on Saturday as well, field goals, because of the placement, they will kick it. If they are going left to right, they will kick it right. But the extra points, because you have a house and there's no net, so a lot less chance of getting the ball back on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, you'll see back behind there, sand dune, cell phone tower, and there's a lot of space back behind there. So you can kick the extra point, especially with it being closer to the field goal post and there's more room for the ball to travel and then be able to recover that football. So they will have to redo the extra point attempt. Not sure what happened. Looks like it's going to be Matthews to hold. Snap, set, kick. Luchtefeld. It's good. Luchtefeld loops it over the crossbar. And just over 8 minutes to go. It's 7-6 Tennessee Heat. You're watching the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament. This is the Division II Consolation game. And it's brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology providers. Grace Point Healthcare, modern medicine the old-fashioned way, and Fairlife Core Power Protein, work hard, recover harder. Of course, Fairlife, sponsor of our Player of the Game every week, every game that we've broadcasted, sitting at 25 games so far, Brendan, on the season. A lot of games, a lot of travel, a lot of double headers, but when you got an awesome crew, you can make stuff like that happen. And a big shout out to all the schools that worked with us this year, giving us the space and giving us the ability to broadcast their game. Bring exposure to these kids and give them a chance to watch, give families a chance to watch the game. Luchtefeld with the line drive kickoff. It's going to go across the 30, the 25. Tennessee Heat got it. DeAndre Martinez and Westminster, I guess, thought the ball was going out of bounds. Martinez was not going to give the ball time to get out of bounds. He hustled and got right up on top of it. You'll see the replay here. I think we got the whole thing. Yeah, they thought it was going to go out of bounds. It was bouncing like it was going to go out of bounds. And Martinez lined up on that far left side of the kickoff team. He just shot down the sidelines, grabbed the ball, and now they're going to start inside the 35. Inside the 25. So great field position for the Tennessee Heat. Heads-up play on special teams. Brendan, everyone talks about offense, defense. Special teams, you've got to be on top of it there.
And Martinez was right on top of it that's experience coming from him as he ran up on that.
Ball carried by Luchtefeld again to the sidelines, and this time he will get forced out of bounds. Late hit out of bounds. He avoided the first hit, and good sportsmanship there at the end. Nothing personal, just trying to get the tackle, but it looked like it was a bit excessive. I believe that's what the penalty will be for. Good hard run by Lichtenfeld there again. Able to stay out of bounds on the first contact with the sideline and the second forced out of bounds. And it may not be the excessive contact on the out of bounds push. It may be something. It's going to be on the Heat. They're going to walk it back. We'll get the call.
Play a personal foul on White. That's 15 yards, first down.
So an unspecified personal foul against the Heat moves him back after a great run by Lichtenfeld. I thought it might have been a push at the end because as soon as that push happened, flag came out. But that is not the case. Now under 8 minutes to go in the game. Matthews in the shotgun. Man in motion is Hatfield. Matthews, the snap give to Hatfield on the jet sweep. To the right-hand side, across 24, down to the 23. Correction, that's that's Hatfield. Martinez, number 80. Hatfield, number 84, with the carry. And it'll bring up a second down for the Tennessee Heat. So they get the yardage back that they lost on the penalty. But with one, so essentially, Brennan, it's like it was 1st and 10, gain of 3. You're right back to where you started.
And all you have to do for this offense is keep playing your game. They're actually doing a lot better than they usually do.
Matthews will check his spacing with the running back. Sutton, man in motion is Lichtenfeld. Matthews takes the snap, going for Martinez, correction, incomplete. Throw just a little bit low on a quick throw on the out route. So Tennessee Heat using a lot of the setup plays that you see occasionally these high school teams run. Well, they'll run one play and then they'll run a fake off of that, and a lot of option. And with a young team, with smaller guys, they do have a bigger guy on the line, Jeremiah Curtis. No, I'm sorry, correction. That's Hayden Sutton. And we will get a timeout for the Tennessee Heat. That'll give us a chance to step aside. You're watching the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament, the Division II Consolation game. Let's do it. Going to break the fourth wall. I do have a producer in my ear, and I was telling him to let's do it. 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. Matthews takes the snap, fake pitch, throws out to Hatfield. Hatfield makes a man miss across the 15, down to the 10, and tackled. But it is enough for the first down. Great job on the quick throw by Matthews to get the throw out. Tennessee Heat a minute to reset. Calm everybody down and go, look, we have great field position. We've made a couple mental mistakes, but we have a chance now to punch it in and come back from a down 6-0, where Westminster just came right out of the gate and smacked them in the mouth. Heat break the huddle. They will send Brown and Hatfield out wide left. You've got Hobgood out wide right. Sutton flanking Matthews. Lichtenfeld not on the field for this play. Matthews takes the snap. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Has space. Bounces it to the outside into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee Heat. Luke Matthews. But there is a flag down at the 18-yard line. And we didn't catch the outside where the flag could be coming from. But Matthews able to punch it up the middle.
Prior snap, illegal shift, illegal motion on the offense. Play first down.
Tennessee Heat, touchdown taken off the board. But it will be a 1st and goal from the 15-yard line. So not something you see every day. Matthews in the shotgun. They're going to send out Luchtefeld and Brown to the wide right this time. Luchtefeld on the field. Man in motion, Sutton. Matthews will take the snap. Looks for the screen. Throws to Martinez and missed the throw. Line trying to get over there to set up the screen. That's something you can do when you have a smaller, quicker offensive line, Brennan.
And those offensive line guys can move fast and quick. And usually wide out catch that ball. And most of the time you just have a clear line up to that end zone. But he didn't get that ball in. And it looks like he's struggling just a bit more, but I'm sure he'll get it handled.
Well, and those offensive line men leaving, they're supposed to bump the defenders and then go. But it looked like they took off, and Matthews had almost no time to make that throw. Had to throw it when he could to avoid the sack. And that gave the defender on the far side time to read the play and make the tackle. Matthews takes the snap, bootleg right, looks. He's going to have to tuck it. Now he's looking to throw, and he's going to get brought down. Ball's out. Westminster got it. Right on the sidelines, Chargers ball.
You got it.
No, they're going to say that Tennessee Heat got it. Or maybe it went out of bounds. It's on the near side, so a lot of players there blocking the sight. But they will say that Tennessee Heat got the ball back. So 3rd down and goal from the 19-yard line. Now, we saw Luchtefeld kicking pregame. He does have the range. At this point right here, it would be a 35-yard field goal. I think he has the range. I haven't seen him kick this far this season. But I would think for sure this is something that Coach Scott would consider. And they are going to take another timeout, Tennessee Heat.
That's their second timeout.
Burning their second timeout of the first half. 5:40 to go here in the first quarter. We're going to step aside. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament Division II Consolation game. Third down and goal from the 19. Tennessee Heat. Matthews in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Fires to Luchtefeld. Wide receiver screen. Got one block. Makes 2 men miss, and he will punch it in. Tennessee Heat will not be denied. No flags on the play, and they'll take a 12-7 lead. And Luchtefeld scoring his 2nd touchdown of the day. He will now head to the other side of the field to kick the extra point. Great execution on the wide receiver screen. Great block there on the outside, and Luchtefeld with his speed. The 2 defenders out of position, think he was going to go outside. He comes back inside and in for the touchdown. Correction, 13-6. An extra point will make it a 14-6 game, so still a one-score game for Westminster, Brennan. They're still in this. It's not a 2-score at this point.
And it was just a special teams mistake. I'm sure they'll fix that on the coaching side. And I'm sure this offense is ready to get back on the field and show what they got.
So Luchtefeld good on his first extra point attempt of the day. Matthews to hold. Luchtefeld walks off his paces. Westminster trying to get back in the backfield. Snap, set, kick. No good. Wide left. Matthews had to hurry and get the snap down and get the ball set. Snap a little high. Luchtefeld just pushes it left. So your score, 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tennessee Heat 13, Westminster Christian 6. Sutton will kick this one off. Mishandled, and Richard able to fall on it at about the 43-yard line. So great recovery there for Westminster on the kickoff, and they used Sutton, Tennessee Heat did, to do the onside kick. Luchtefeld scoring the touchdown and going and kicking the extra point. You got to give him a break every now and then, Spencer, or Brendan. Spencer is the producer in my ear. Both these teams using a lot of shotgun. Westminster no different here. They'll go 3 receivers wide. They have the tight end up. Stomps by himself in the shotgun. Fire out. A mishandled. I believe that was Richard. They were trying to set up the wide receiver screen. And sometimes it happens. Sometimes you just are not able to hang on to that football.
That's obviously odd out of Rashad. Usually he catches those balls and is on the go. But sometimes you have your bad days and, well, not even bad days, bad catch, hands, and that was one of those times.
Stomps is now flanked in the backfield. Give is to Guillory. Guillory carried to the left side, run out of bounds by Hatfield at about the 45-yard line. It'll be a Westminster first down. Good hard run there by the Chargers. Mentioned the kickoff time at 10 o'clock. I'll get to that thought in a second. Stomps right back on offense. Fires out to Richard, wide receiver screen, goes outside. Martinez out of position, and he'll be forced out of bounds by Luchtefeld at the 25. They will spot the ball at the 27. Great execution on the wide receiver screen, that time from Westminster.
Interesting tidbit while I was talking to coach as well. He actually says Stomps calls some of the plays. And sometimes when the coach gives you, usually coaches give juniors and seniors that option, but he trusts his kids so much that he just goes with the flow.
Well, I'm sure he has 2 books by his bed, the Bible and the playbook. Give to Guillory. He'll cut left side, try to come back inside, makes one-man miss. Ball's out, and Heat got it at the 25-yard line. Let's see who got the recovery. That's Hatfield all over it. Westminster coughs up the ball on the run. That's Guillory with the carry. And Tennessee Heat jump right back on it. He made Sutton miss, but slowed him down just enough, and Hatfield was able to come in and get the strip and the foot recovery. So a FF and an FR on the stat sheet for number 84. Heat will go back on offense in the shotgun. It's Matthews, flanked by Luchtefeld. He'll take the snap, looks left, fires left. Incomplete, intended for Brown. They're looking for the quick slant route. Not able to get it. So the NFL games do kick off at 10 o'clock to address our comments. They do kick off at 10 o'clock, but in London, the actual when they're kicking off is way later on in the day. So we watch it at 10 o'clock. The game is kicked off, though, later on in the day. The players aren't having to get up first thing in the morning and have 2 or 3 hours before they get ready for a football game. Ball spot at the 26-yard line. Matthews in the shotgun. Man in motion is Hatfield. Take the snap. Give to Sutton. Sutton up the middle. Hard run. He'll get up to the 27. Good stop by that Westminster defense. Not fooled at all and all over the play. 4:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Tennessee Heat lead Westminster Christian 13-6. You had a perfect pass from Stomps to Guillory early on in the game to give Westminster their touchdown. Aiden Luchtefeld has scored both of the Tennessee Heat's touchdowns. 3rd and about 7. Matthews, man in motion, and they get him. They got him. Running back just leaned forward just slightly.
A false start.
More from Tennessee. I'll give it a Tennessee reference. They've occasionally gotten Derrick Henry doing that. He's so ready to go. He just leans forward just a little bit, and they'll get him. They'll get him every time and give the defense a free 5 yards. That actually that really hurts them, though, because instead of 3rd and 5 now, you're looking at 3rd and 13 deep in your own end of the field. So let's see what Coach Ryan Scott draws up here. Matthews, man in motion is Luchtefeld. Matthews looks, fires right up the middle for Luchtefeld. He's got it at the 45. He's at the 40. It's a foot race. 30, 25, 20. Jukes makes a man. 20, 10, 5, and he finally gets him at the 5. Guillory did not give up. And what a great job. A lot of sportsmanship there between Luchtefeld and Guillory, rather. But Luchtefeld in motion. Great throw over the shoulder by Matthews. Luchtefeld hauls it in. It was a foot race. Guillory with just a little bit of speed. Got him once, got him twice. Third time was not the charm. And a great, great tackle there by Guillory to save the touchdown. On the money throw there by the freshman Matthews. We've now seen both these freshmen make absolute dime throws. So man in motion, 1st and goal. Matthews, the snap, give to Sutton up the middle. Sutton, good hard run. He'll get across the 5, down to about the 4. Had Davis on the tackle there. It'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now under 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Tennessee Heat looking to go up by 2 scores. Westminster Christian played the Evangel Christian Blue Lightning very close Saturday. It was just slug for slug. Blue Lightning got the advantage, got the win. Tennessee Heat, not the kind of game they wanted against Southern Prep, but both these teams have come out and are determined to make their last game of the season a memorable one. Man in motion is Hatfield. Give to Hatfield on the jet sweep, looking for the corner. He's in. Touchdown. Tennessee Heat. Keandre Hatfield, the senior, punches it in. And they will head to the other end for the extra point. No, they're going to go for 2 points, seeing that Luchtefeld missed the extra point. They're going to try to get it back to a multiple of 7 score and go up 21-6. Great, great run there by Hatfield. Good blocking. And he was able to turn the corner and punch it in there on 2nd and goal. Matthews in the shotgun. He's flanked on his left by Brown. Takes the snap, looks, fires across the middle, incomplete. Ball batted away, intended for Luchtefeld. Great defensive job by Westminster getting the stop. And so with 2:10 left in the game, it's Tennessee Heat 19, Westminster Christian 6. They're going to let Sutton kick it off again. The last time Sutton was out had the onside kick. Maybe looking for that again. They will. Kick it'll end to the 45, and Richard will fall on it right at the sidelines. Brendan, Westminster learned their lesson about just waiting to see if it goes out of bounds. They fell right on it.
Yeah, it's smart. The coaches finally told them, hey, just fall on that ball. Don't try to be a hero, pick it up, or anything of the sort. As soon as you see that ball pass you, find a way to get on top of it.
A great first quarter of action between these two teams. So Westminster gets set. They'll start the drive at the 42-yard line. Man in motion is Richard. Stomps will take the snap. Looks, has all day, fires deep. Intercepted! That's Martinez! Pass intended for Gula. And Martinez absolutely answering all the doubters he had from Saturday's performance. Great throw over the middle, just slightly underthrown and high pointed by Martinez, and he snags it. Tennessee Heat defense fired up after the performance on Saturday. They were determined to close their season out with a solid performance on really all three sides of the ball. I was going to say both sides of the ball. All three. Special teams has been on point for them today. Matthews takes the snap. There's the give to Aldred. Aldred up the middle. Down to the 39. Good run. Good holes made by the offensive line, rather.
A touchdown saving tackle.
You have somewhat of a young line with the Tennessee Heat. We mentioned Hayden Sutton, the sophomore. You'll notice that name. His brother Wyatt working the running back position. Older brother Carter Sutton, the senior here on the team, injured not even before the season started in a preseason jamboree and ruled out for the season. A heartbreaking situation, but the two younger brothers carrying the name on now for the Tennessee Heat. Man in motion is Hatfield. Matthews will roll, make a man miss. Looking, fires, got Brown at the 48. Great catch by Brown on his knees. Matthews with the bootleg to the right, made a man miss with the swim move and a dart of a throw right in a position where only the receiver could get it, Brendan.
And that's smart by the quarterback. You always want to throw it where your wide receiver can only get it. You don't want to give that secondary a chance.
So a first down for the Tennessee Heat. Two freshman quarterbacks dueling it out. This is almost a matchup that you would like to see every year as these quarterbacks grow and progress. Under a minute to go now. Give is up the middle to Ashburn. And Parrish on the tackle at the 47. No gain on the play. Clock will continue to run. Under 30 seconds. Tennessee Heat should run one more play. You can see, Brennan, on the scoreboard, it's almost matched up perfectly in terms of the play clock and the game clock. Special situation here at Pete Edwards Field, Panama City Beach, Florida. A play clock underneath the scoreboard, something that a lot of players at these smaller schools don't get. Man in motion is Sutton. Matthews by himself in the shotgun, fires, hit as he threw and over the middle, almost intercepted by Davis. It was right in front of him, and the clock will stop at 5.5. Matthews, absolutely no time on that, Brennan.
And usually you want to just eat that up, but Matthews wanted to make a hero play, but that almost cost him. If only the player got under that ball just enough, he would have got that interception.
They'll sub out Sutton for Luchtefeld. Heat will break the huddle. Up by 2 scores at this point, 19-6. Matthews will take the snap, looks, screen for Luchtefeld. Luchtefeld, great blockers. Luchtefeld is not, well, he might. Wait, he's got to break 2 tackles. Still in bounds. Nope, they'll say he went out. They will say he did not. Tightrope the sideline all the way to the end zone. 2 broken tackles by Luchtefeld. They'll spot the ball at the 5, and that is the end of the first quarter. Great execution by the offense. They let that line right through and then had the blockers. And let's see. They'll say right there at the end at the 5-yard line. So the teams will swap sides, and we won't step away yet because we want to mention the awesome people that make this possible. Of course, Of course, Kingdom.com, the ministry technology providers, Grace Point Healthcare, Modern Medicine the old-fashioned way, and Fairlife Core Power Protein. Work hard, recover harder. Want to give some special shout-outs here at the end of the first quarter. The Foleys, Tim Stomps, and Emily Stomps, all watching the game from their respective locations. And also want to give a big shout-out to Westminster Christian. Y'all, I want to channel The Rock here for a second. What can I say except you're welcome? You don't have to have your classes while the game is going. You can watch the game during class. It's on every classroom is what we were told. So there you go. Special shout out to everyone watching, whether you're watching from home or watching from school. Brandon, I would have loved – I was homeschooled, so this doesn't count for me. But let's put it in your terms because you were in school. How awesome would it have been to get out of 2 classes because you got to watch your team play?
Well, sure enough, I actually got out of class thanks to Tennessee making the March Madness.
Nice.
A few times.
Nice.
And, ever since then, I know this sounds crazy, but I've been a Tennessee basketball fan since.
Well, at least you got one thing right. Bulldog fan over here.
Well, I was born a Tar Heel basketball fan because of Michael Jordan. My mom loved him, so.
I have several options to pick from, having been born in North Carolina. I could pick Duke, NC State, NC.
Why would you pick Duke?
I'm not a fan of any of those. I'm not a fan of any of those teams. I'm a Tennessee Volunteer. I bleed orange.
Our producer just said he loves.
So Tennessee Heat here to start the second quarter, knocking on the door of a 3-score game. Matthews give to Hatfield, makes one man miss, cuts up inside, and he did not. Oh, they'll always say touchdown. They'll say he got across the line, and let's get the replay on that because it was close. Well, we can get another view, a little bit closer than what we see. Martinez in motion. Yep, he punched it across. It crossed the plane of the goal line before the ball came out. It did come out, but it crossed the plane, and that's what the officials were looking for. And, of course, working on a short crew of officials currently, 3, but they do have the 2 line judges and the referee. So both those line judges in great position to get a view of the play. Luchtefeld will kick the extra point. Matthews will hold. Snap, set, kick, good. Luchtefeld, automatic. 2 of 3, and there is a flag on the far side. Looks like we'll have an illegal shift on the far side. Let's get the call.
Motion. 5-yard penalty, retry.
And it looks like they're going to let Luchtefeld try again, this time from 5 yards further back. So typically the extra points kicked from 19 yards. Well, no, they spotted on the 10, correction, so it's at 20 yards. So now they're moving back to 25. This is a great situation, Brendan, because now we can see at least a little bit of the range for Luchtefeld. So if it did get to that situation for the Tennessee Heat, to know that he could kick it. Snap, set, kick, and it was wide. Wide left. He pushed it left again. So extra point, no good, but the 6 points were good, and that puts the Tennessee Heat up on Westminster Christian 25-6. As we start the second quarter. Let's do it. Kick by Sutton, the onside. Bounces at the 50, and it did not travel far enough. Well, let's see. Can we get a replay on that? I want to see the kickoff had to have crossed the 50. Didn't have to be on the ground when it crossed. It could have been in the air.
It doesn't look like it. Looked like
and we have a flag. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to call it. Oh, that was close. I don't know that it ever crossed the 50, Brennan.
It didn't. It just took a little flip back and it went to at least to the 47.
It didn't quite give it a hug. It gave it a COVID hug, and just enough distance. it stayed away from it like a dog with a electric fence. Just get right up to it, but don't quite cross it. And the officials doing a great job of meeting to discuss the situation. This is a situation where we should offer them our tablet. We should offer them replay. We should say, hey, would you like to take a look at this? Because we have all three angles that we can show them. They can at least see the main angle, though, and look at it again. Here's the call.
Re-kick.
So they will call holding on the Tennessee Heat. It was a legal block in the back. They will kick it again. So the Heat will re-kick it. I don't think either coach, the initial ruling was that the Heat did get the football. Neither coach really happy with the situation, with the ruling. You have Coach Stomp saying, well, it never crossed, and my guys got it. And it never crossed, so it should be our ball. Coach Ryan Scott's, possibly arguing the holding call, but they will move the kickoff back. You don't see that every day, Brendan. The onside kick just kind of like right there, and it's a judgment call of whether or not it crossed. So now the kickoff will be from the 30. They need to bring 5 up to the 40 to try to recover the onside. They do have to be behind the 40. So Sutton will be kicking away. They are going to onside it again. Unless Sutton has a special weapon of being able to fire it deep. Nope, onside. A bounce, and we should get a false start.
We got offsides on the kicking team. That's a 5-yard penalty. Re-kick.
So another kickoff, and Luchtefeld will come out now to bomb it away. Tried 2 onsides with Sutton. The kicks were on point, but just penalties. Move the ball back 20 yards, and now Luchtefeld will try to bomb it away, and he will. What a kick. It'll bounce it inside the 25, inside the 20, and Martinez is going to get it again. Martinez has got the ball. Westminster did not think, I don't know if they weren't thinking that they were going to kick it deep or what. There was nobody deep for Westminster. The kickoff sailed over the heads of the entire return team. The ball bounced at the 25. Martinez, the second time today, just like a jet, down the sidelines, grabbing the ball. And you'll see the replay here.
And again, that's just experience by Martinez and the Tennessee Heat, honestly. These guys, Westminster Christian, they probably are all new to this game, and they don't realize, hey, hurry, hustle back so the Tennessee Heat doesn't get it, and they didn't hustle fast enough.
Big job by the Tennessee Heat getting the ball. Keeper by Matthews up the middle, across the 10, down to the 8. It'll bring up a 2nd and goal for the Tennessee Heat. They subbed Luchtefeld in on the kickoff. We know he kicks deep over the heads, and Martinez, great job, his second time recovering the football. And again, Westminster thinking, these younger players thinking maybe the ball goes out of bounds. And it's a good thought process. It really is, because it happens 9 out of 10 times. I was going to say 90, but 9 out of 10 times it does go out of bounds. Luchtefeld's just got that magic touch just to keep the ball in bounds. Matthews give to Sutton up the middle. Parrish meets him, nothing doing, and brings him down. Loss of yardage on the play. They might give him forward progress at the 11, and we'll get a timeout, Tennessee Heat. They will burn their 3rd and final timeout of the half with 11:03 to go here in the second quarter. You're watching the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament. This is the Division II Consolation game, and it's brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology provider. First Horizon, all things financial, and Crutcher's Auto Repair, trusted by residents of Franklin, Tennessee since 1980. Tennessee Heat knocking on the door. Ball spotted. They will mark it at the 10. Matthews with the snap. Fires left. Looking for Martinez. Over the head. Couldn't haul it in. Trying the fade. And just could not get it. It'll bring up a 4th and about 6-yard line. Ball spotted at the 10. And Coach Ryan Scott going to break my heart and not try to kick the field goal. The ball is spotted on the left hash. I don't know how Luchtefeld does with the hash marks in terms of which one or if it has to be in the middle. But Tennessee Heat going to go for it here, up 19. Just under 11 minutes to go now. Man in motion is Brown. Matthews takes the snap, bootleg right. Looks, sets his feet, fires, incomplete. Great coverage there by the Chargers. Matthews could not get the throw that he wanted, and it's a turnover on downs at the 10-yard line. Westminster Christian, the defensive stand. And now they'll have a chance to bring it from a 3-score game to a 2-score game here in the second quarter. Great first quarter of action. I mean, Luchtefeld has played lights out. Martinez has had a touchdown. But Westminster, a couple little things to tweak, and they'll be just fine. Stomps in the shotgun by himself. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Takes the snap, looks, fires across the middle. Intended for Richard, intercepted! Intercepted by Aldred at the 20, forced out of bounds at the 16. Ball was tipped by Richard right into the hands of Aldred. It's just over a month to Christmas, but Richard unable to haul it in, and Aldred with the present from Santa down at the 16. I don't know what Brock Stomps dressed up as. He could have dressed up as the Jolly Man himself.
Well, that one wasn't on Stomps. That was more on Rashad, just
Right.
not able to bring it in. You got to catch that ball or the quarterback's going to get more frustrated at you and possibly not even throw you that ball anymore.
All love for Stomps and Richard and Westminster, though. Just having fun with it. Matthews is in the shotgun. Takes the snap, give to Aldred to the left side. Makes a man miss. Did not make a second man miss. Ball down at the 5. And we do have a player down for Westminster. So we're going to step aside. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament Division II Consolation game. 2nd and 3. 35 Parrish was the player down. He's being looked at, walking it off, so good to see him up, walking under his own power. Matthews, the throw, catch by Hatfield, touchdown, Tennessee Heat. Great job on the slant. Great throw on the money across the middle by Matthews. And Tennessee Heat, another 6 on the board. They go up 31-6. And this time they do not have to make the trip from one end of the field to the other. They're already down there. And they can make the quick throw.
Impressive by Tennessee Heat in that slant game. Perfect throw. The defense wasn't even there. He was by himself. Just easy catch, easy walk in.
So Luchtefeld, 2 of 3 on the extra point. Snap, set, kick is good. Correction, 2 of 4 on the extra points. Now 3 of 5. So your score, 10-10 remaining in the second quarter. It's the Heat 32, Westminster Christian 6. Be sure to stay tuned at halftime for the Iceberg Heating, Plumbing, and Cooling halftime report. Myself, James Shannon, Brennan Daniel. We will break down the first half and talk about what we saw. So game a little bit out of hand here for the for Westminster. Tennessee Heat really jumping on everything, and a great way to end the season, at least for the Heat, unless Westminster can come back and just make a furious attempt at it. And that's a big shout out to Coach Ryan Scott for the Tennessee Heat in his 4th season as the head coach. He sits with a 23-31 overall record, but to him, it's more than a record. It's about the young men that he's coaching and trying to teach about life, teach about values and the importance of different things. That's what he's trying to instill in these young men. Luchtefeld, ball set on the tee. He will kick it away, and he'll kick it deep. I knew he was going to kick it deep before he kicked it. Ball bounced at the 10. To the 5. It'll be inside. It'll be picked up at the 5, and that's Guillory on the return. Guillory starts left, comes inside, has a block, has space. He has speed along the sidelines. He ain't going to get caught. The young man, call him Lightning McQueen because he is speed. Touchdown, Chargers. Guillory had a kick return for a touchdown against the Evangel Blue Lightning, and one here against the Tennessee Heat. 95-yard kick return for the young man.
And as you can see, he's just by himself. And like you said, Lightning McQueen.
Sam Hawley was trying to catch him, and he had no chance. The speed of the junior, and he had perfect blocks too down here around the 10-yard line to set it up, and once he got the edge, he was gone like a freight train. Stomps, throw across the middle, wide open, touchdown. Our 2-point conversion is good. That's Fife, the junior, and we've now got a 32-14 ball game, 9:50 remaining here in the second quarter. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament, the Division II Consolation game. Parrish set to kick it away. He has got a leg on him, but this time they'll try the onside, and didn't quite work out for the young man. That's what he was trying to do earlier on in the game down here on the other end of the field, where he touched the ball and it didn't really go anywhere. They counted it as a kickoff. He was trying to get that onside, the funky kick where you kick it and it bounces behind your foot, and they're trying to make it happen. Kick did not go far enough, and it'll now be spotted at the 47. So the rule is on onside kick, if it does not travel the 10 yards, the ball gets spotted right there where it is recovered by either team. So Tennessee Heat, great field position starting on Westminster's side of the field. Matthews is in a shotgun, flanked by Sutton. He'll take the snap, looks, throws. He's got Hatfield. Hatfield swallowed up on the wide receiver screen behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 2 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 12. Richard all over that play. Brandon, you got a chance to talk. We talked about Coach Ryan Scott. You got a chance to talk to Coach Jim Stomps about the culture he's trying to instill in his young man in a first-year program for Westminster.
Yes, he's all about winning football games, but he's also about creating well-raised young men, as most coaches are, but he just wants them to forget about the scoreboard. It's going to speak for itself, and you as a person just have to be better and live by Christ.
Fire to Martinez, wide, makes the first man miss. Inside the 40, shoestring tackle to bring him down, still short of the first down. Oh, no, they will give him the first down. They will say he got across, and a great job. But just to go back to what you were saying, Brennan, Coach Stomps, again, first-year program trying to establish a culture there, and it seems like he established a great culture, and this is a great way. Kudos to him for bringing his team up here to Florida. This is a great way to end the season for the Chargers.
Well, he knows the stakes, and he knows the confidence you can bring in these kids as they've been playing very well, and it's only their first year, and he's got more stuff to make up.
Luchtenfeld in motion, looking deep for him. He's got him over the shoulder. Touchdown, Tennessee Heat. What a throw from Matthews. What a catch from Luchtenfeld. But there is a flag on the near sideline near the 37. It'll either be let's get the call.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
Illegal shift. It looks like Luchtenfeld was going in motion from the left-hand side. It looks like the other receiver on the side, we didn't get a number, but the other receiver on the side, he might have moved as well, and they'll call the illegal shift on that. Wipes a touchdown from Matthews to Luchtenfeld off the board. 2nd touchdown Luchtenfeld has scored. Been wiped out by a touchdown. So Tennessee Heat, a few mistakes here, taking a couple scores off the board, but honestly, Westminster, you don't like it. But to be fair, it could be a absolute worst-case scenario. It could be a 48-14 game right now. So the mistakes keeping the mercy rule from happening. It'll be 1st and 5, ball spotted at the 41-yard line. Matthews in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, play fake, looks left, fires left for Hatfield. Oh, he almost got it. Richard was locked up with Hatfield as he was trying to get the catch. We will get the pass interference call, but we'll let the official make it official. Pass interference called on Richard. He was tied up with Hatfield. And Hatfield just about still got the catch. The ball was tipped and right in and out of the hands. And so he's able to grab it. It'll move the ball up to the 30-yard line. It's not a spot foul. It is a 10-yard penalty.
It's one of those things where you see a tip pass. He was so focused on getting the foul, like James Harden. You got to continue that play and try to get a touchdown.
Exactly. Man in motion, Luchtenfeld to the left. Matthews fires left on the screen, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Luchtenfeld. Careened off Luchtenfeld's shoulder pads and out of bounds. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
And a rare sight because you usually see that connection on point.
You see the shot there on the field, and a shout out to Jerry Shannon Jr. running our field cam all day Saturday and today. So Tennessee Heat 2nd and 10, ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Man in motion. Matthews, pitch to Luchtefeld to the right-hand side, cuts it up inside, makes a man miss. Does not make the second man miss. Now Luchtefeld was dragging Parrish. And they will rule that Luchtefeld was down before the ball came out. It will move the chains for the Heat. Now here with 7.5 left in the second quarter. Great showing from both Tennessee Heat fans and Westminster Christian fans. It looked like a lot more fans on the other bleachers that are smaller on the away side. Still a respectable showing for a team coming 8 hours from Lafayette, Louisiana. Lafayette. It's just like Tennessee. Depends on what part you're in. Matthews looks, still. He's going to tuck it and run up the middle. Bounces outside, looking for the corner, cannot get it, and he'll get tackled at around the 5-yard line. Matthews, great decision making. The option he was looking for wasn't there. He went through his reads and said, I'm going to take it myself, pick up the first down, make it a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
And a good hard run for the freshman.
Matthews must have heard me yesterday. As I said, he usually doesn't run. He usually just takes those sacks. But finally, he's starting to move out here. It's good to see as the young quarterback learning, hey, I can use my legs too. Why not I do it?
Shotgun. Matthews is back there. Give to Aldred. Aldred comes up inside. And they're going to rule he was short. Good hard run there for the freshman. And just short of the goal, so 2nd and goal. I want to give a special shout out to all 61 of you watching, wherever you may be watching from, whether you're in Tennessee, Louisiana, maybe you're an extended family member. We gave some shout outs of individual folks that are watching the game, and then learning earlier this morning that the entire Westminster Christian Academy School would be watching the game in the classroom. So there you go. Matthews, high snap, pulls it down in the end zone, incomplete. Batted away there, intended for Hatfield, and great defensive coverage there for the Chargers. We gave some shout outs for Westminster Christian. Shout out to Aiden Luchteveld's family. Man in motion. Matthews. Give to the man in motion. Ball's on the ground. Let's see who got it. Can we get a replay? Let's see if we can see. They're sorting out the pile. Let's see who comes up with the ball. That's how it is in these situations, Brendan. Whoever comes up with the ball's got it.
Going to be tough to see, too, because a whole lot of bodies just launched to that ball.
They're going to say it's Tennessee Heat's ball.
Stripped out. Good strip on number 56. Tennessee Heat able to recover it, though. Lucky break for them.
4th and goal. Westminster has made a stop on 4th down inside the 10 earlier on in this game. Let's see if they can do it again here. Tennessee Heat looking to go up.
Key defensive stop right here.
And it looks like the Heat were going to try and call a timeout. And they will flag. They'll get them for delay of game.
Five-yard.
That's Stomps heading off the field under his own power, holding onto his back. So he'll get those. The good news for Westminster is you're here right and close to halftime, so they can get those kinks worked out. And you see a shot of Stomps there on the sidelines. Great first half rather for this young man. Well, now he goes out of view of the camera, so there you go. Gula will take over at quarterback, number 16, the junior. Need someone in the comments to, I said Gulas on Saturday, Gula today. I need to know which one it is. I guess I could have just talking to someone. Keeper by Gulas. Inside the 35, hard run. Down to the 33. And not quite enough for the first down, but it'll be a 3rd and short, 3rd and 3. A minute and a half left to go in the second quarter. Chargers with a score here bring it to a 1-score game, and they get the ball after halftime with the Tennessee Heat receiving the opening kickoff. So they punch it in here. They can make it happen. A lot of time running off here. Solid 20 seconds. Gula in the pistol. Guillory is the back. Pitch to Guillory. He'll run it. Tries to make the first man miss. He does. Cuts the sideline. Got out of bounds and the first down. Great hard run there by Guillory, the junior. And the ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line, it looks like. No, correction, the 26. First down, Chargers. 1:05 to go. They got the clock stomped. Stomps back on the field. You love to see it, Brennan. Absolutely love to see it.
And Brett Favre, as you can see, is his number, probably one of his heroes, as he's wearing number 4. And as we know, Brett Favre's a tough little player, so I'm sure he's feeling the same.
Stomps takes the snap. Pitch to Guillory to the right-hand side. Starts right, comes back left. Makes the first man miss. Makes Luchtefeld miss. Third man miss. It's out of bounds. It's not every day you see Aiden Luchtefeld miss, but Guillory has the ability to make that happen. I'm so glad we went ahead and swapped on the internet situation, got the stream running smoothly. I'm so glad that way everyone can catch this drive to end the second quarter, first half. And bring you guys this action from Pete Edwards Field here in Panama City Beach, Florida. Stomps trying to lead his team to within a score of the Tennessee Heat. And we'll get whistles and a timeout by the Chargers.
Timeout, Chargers. That's a second charge timeout.
So, Brandon, a lot of options here with 50.3 left to go in the second quarter. You do have to manage the clock well, but they'd get the ball after halftime. So, you know, you score here, you're within 1. With a lot of options with the ball spotted inside the 15-yard line. You have weapons. Gulas, Guidry, Richard has played absolute lights out today.
I would do kind of like a fake screenplay and to Guloff and give a little slant or fade out to Rashad.
And then you'll always have quarterback Brock Stomps who could channel his hero and just keep it.
Yeah, but with the injury he just took, you don't want to take that risk.
That's very true.
You want to keep your star quarterback on the field at all times, especially a game like this. It's close.
That's a good point. Stomps in the shotgun, flanked by Guillory. Directs traffic. He'll take the snap, looks, fires right for Gulas. Oh, incomplete. Gulas and Luchtefeld were battling for the football. Luchtefeld able to knock it away, but a good throw there by Stomps. You do have to wonder, though, with that back hurting just a little bit, it affects the throws. Could be something that could come up in the future, but for now, the young man showing so much mental toughness to get through it. So it is Gula. I got it right on the second time. There we go, there we go, there we go. Stomps, pitch to Guillory to the right side, trying to find the edge. Missed tackle, second missed tackle on the sidelines. Third, he jukes inside, still going inside the 5. They've got to hurry and get the ball spiked. They're not going to have to stop the clock to set the chains. Well, they will stop the clock. And they will stop the clock to set the down marker. And now Coach Stomps will burn his third and final time. Nope, injury timeout. And it's Hatfield down right near the Chargers sidelines. So we're going to step aside here for a second. Gula. Okay, we just had someone in the comments tell us that the S is silent, and Saturday I was saying Gulas. Yeah, it might have been that. And Saturday I was saying Gulas, and then today I started saying Gula, and then I was like, well, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Do it. Richard. Okay. Well, punches it in. That's Garrett Adams, the junior. Westminster answers back. And yes, we were clarifying the pronunciation on a player's name because Brandon, number 16, Gula, has been out of his mind today. Want to make sure we say that young name's right with the amount of times we're saying it. Replay will not work out this time, having a few issues with the system. We will try and address that, but touchdown here by Westminster Christian. Now a 7-point game, could be a 5-point game. Brennan, Westminster Christian down 28-6 at one point. I believe it was 28-6. And now a furious comeback. Throw is deep. Oh, in and out of the hands. Incomplete. Intended for Richard. I got the pronunciation right in terms of the how to say it. Just emphasis on the wrong syllable, so it's Richard instead of Richard. But a great effort from the young man to try to grab the ball, and so Westminster Christian within 7. They'll take it into halftime. We will have a kick here. More than likely, we'll see an on either. I don't know. They'll probably boot it deep. We'll get a deep kick because you want to burn some time off the clock. You do have Aldrich, the freshman, back deep around the 15 to return the kickoff if they do decide to go deep.
And real quick, you notice on the last play when Coach was clapping up his players, that's how you keep them in the game.
Exactly.
You want to give them reassurance. We're not out of this yet. We have a whole battle still going. We have a second half to take this game over. Keep going. You guys are doing perfectly fine. You came back from a high deficit.
Not a great weekend for the folks in Louisiana. Saints didn't get the job done up in Nashville to our Tennessee Titans. Parrish with the onside kick. It'll bounce. Brown recovers at the 46. The Chargers not able to get the win on Saturday. You had the Saints not able to get the job done yesterday up in Nashville, and then the Tigers, well, it didn't work out against, well, I'm not even going to say it. It's like saying a swear word. I'm not going to say the team, but lost to, no, I'm not saying it. I'm not going to say it. Lost to a team on Saturday. Close game.
Lord Voldemort.
So not a fantastic. weekend, but Westminster determined to make up for that today. Heat on offense for possibly a couple plays. Matthews in the shotgun. They'll get the flag. Luchtefeld anticipating the play.
A false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
The Heat with 0 timeouts. Both teams have burned all their timeouts. Heat actually burned 2 in the first quarter. So 10 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Man in motion is Brown. Matthews looks. Not enough time and takes the sack. He actually went down to a knee to ease in the blow of Parrish just dropping him. And so that'll be the end of the first half. Your score, Tennessee Heat 35, Westminster Christian 28. Good high-scoring first half, great first half. We're going to step aside for just a second. We'll be back with the Iceberg Heating, Plumbing, and Cooling halftime report. Welcome into the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament. This is the Division II Consolation game between Tennessee Heat, Westminster Christian. James Shannon, Brendan Daniels on the call. Brendan, this first half, way more high scoring. Honestly, the score is almost equal to some of the final scores from Saturday. But both of these two young teams love to run and gun and air the ball out. They've got some good, hard players that love to run the ball hard. And great first half and great job from Westminster coming back after Tennessee Heat really established their dominance and took a big lead.
It has been a complete shootout by both quarterbacks. They're just releasing that ball, gunning their arms, man. It's just a miracle. Shout out to Stumps as well. He took a nice little hit, but as his hero, man, he got back up and he's led his team back to the game.
And that's something that you can't teach a player. That's something that has to come from inside. He has to develop that. And, really both of these teams, some mistakes early on that which you'll have with a young team, but both of them just straight up rebounding and taking off of them. Martinez has done a great job rebounding from the performance Saturday.
Absolutely. He's making a huge impact, not only on special teams, but on defense and offense. It's just amazing how much these players are just now mentally getting correct and right, and that's a big, huge part of this game.
Just over 12 minutes remaining here at halftime. We're going to step aside for the remainder of halftime. When we come back, we'll have the second half of action for you. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament. This is the Division II Consolation game. Thank you for watching the Iceberg Heating, Plumbing, and Cooling halftime. Championship tournament. This is the Division II Consolation game. Tennessee Heat out of Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Westminster Christian Academy out of Lafayette, Louisiana. Getting set to kick it away is Luchtefeld. Big, deep kick, but Gula is back to return. Gula trying, no, correction, that's not Gula, that's Guillory. And a great job, Aiden Luchtefeld, kicking it off and getting the tackle. Westminster Christian will start about the 20. Great job by the junior to just do work. I mean, that's the only way you can put it, do work. Great first half between these two teams. Tennessee Heat jumped out to a huge 3-score lead. But the Westminster Christian Chargers not going away, not laying down without a fight. They've brought it now to a 1-score game. Some big plays across the board from these young men. They'll start on offense. Stomps at quarterback. Hopefully got the injury worked out a little bit. Looks, fires. Richard on the right-hand side. Makes a man miss. Tiptoes the sidelines and forced out of bounds, but he got the first down. Luchtefeld forced him out of bounds. Looks like Hawley. Looks like Hawley, 18.
What did you cross?
No, it was 16. Correction, it was 16. Ashburn, I'm sorry.
No, you're all good, brother. You're trying to get the correction. And, man, I wish we could have saw that replay. He just crossed those ankles hard and just went one way, then another. Kind of reminds me of Reggie Bush a little bit.
We're not going to say it. Oh, nice throwback to the Louisiana legend, Saints legend. Stomps, looks. He's going to tuck it and run. Keeper up the middle, and he will slide down at the 35. Great decision there. We mentioned him dealing with a back situation that came up in the first half, and there you see him start to struggle with it just a little bit more.
There's the John Elway. He is one of his other heroes. I was wondering if he was going to run the ball. Usually you play it safe, but he's a hard, tough player.
Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6. Stomps now in the pistol, man behind him. He'll pitch it. That's Guillory to the left-hand side. He'll start left, try to come back inside, and he's swallowed up by Hatfield. Hatfield, a little 84 on 84 crime. And Hatfield drops him. It's a big loss on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and 15.
And good defensive play by Hatfield. Just staying solid, not trying to go for an easy, hard tackle, and just staying with this guy and making the right move.
Westminster, a ways to go to get the first down. Stomps takes the snap. Looks, has to run a little bit. Throws deep for Richard. Got it inside the 50, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. It's a Westminster Chargers touchdown. Brock Stomps directing traffic.
And you see, as he's just directing the young player and just getting that touchdown. Good run by Rashad.
Sorry, did you turn me? Great job by Stomps directing traffic. Richard getting open. And Westminster on 3rd and 15 comes out and makes it a 1-score game here. Let's see if they can get the 2 point to take the lead. What an incredible comeback that would be for the Chargers. Stomps takes the snap, looks right, fires across the middle. Got it! Oh, Richard dropped it. In his hands, the young man just could not hold on to it.
Don't beat yourself up about it, kid. You've been doing great all game. Just keep it up. You'll get it eventually.
1,000%. He has absolutely led his team. And a great way to start this second half and answer the Tennessee Heat.
And again, Coach, just giving him confirmation. Hey, kid, you did a great job. Don't beat yourself up about it. Keep it up.
That's that positive reinforcement for from Coach Stomps that he's trying to do. Coach Ryan Scott trying to make it work as well. So just under a 2-minute drive. And Westminster Christian does a great job. I want to give a special shout out to all 66 of you watching the game here. Set to kick off, and there's Parrish. What a boot. And perfect. Oh, no, it'll go out of bounds. It will bounce out of bounds. But a great kick there by Parrish. Unfortunately, bounces out of bounds.
Illegal kick out of bounds on the kicking team. Ball's going to be spotted on the 35-yard line. First down.
I think the stream ended. Snap. Matthews give to Hatfield to the right-hand side on the jet sweep to the sideline, stays in bounds, making men miss, and finally gets taken down. It's inside the 50, maybe to the 48. And a first down, Tennessee Heat. Great comeback, though, by Westminster Christian. First and 10, Matthews in the shotgun. Man in motion is Hatfield. Matthews takes the snap. Pitch to Luchtefeld, looking for the edge, comes back inside, making a man miss. Across to the 40. Tackle made. It will move the chains, though. Parrish a little bit slower to get up, and they'll swap him out. Westminster defense trying to slow down this high-powered offense from the Tennessee Heat. Brennan, a great mix of throwing and passing here in the first half and here into the second half. Both these teams showing they're not just a one-trick pony.
And these guys are just getting in their playbook. This is the last game of the season. Just empty that playbook out. Do all that you can.
Unload every bullet from the gun. Man in motion is Hatfield. Matthews, play fake, fires to Luchtefeld. Oh, he's absolutely swallowed. The young man must have not stopped by the dining hall because he was hungry and he ate. Nelson Gula absolutely laying down Aiden Luchtefeld. Great play fake for Matthews. Gula was not fooled at all. Great defensive play, and it puts the Tennessee Heat in a 2nd and 15 situation. Matthews takes the snap, looks, fires for Brown, incomplete, pass just a little low. Tried to hit him on the slant route. It's now 3rd and 15. You can see over here to the right-hand side of the field. Let's see if we can get a shot of that. Ezekiel Academy lined up, getting dressed. They'll soon start getting warmed up. Set for their consolation game, the Division I consolation between them and Grace Baptist Academy out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And we'll have that game for you as soon as this one ends. But right now, a great one between the Heat and the Chargers. Matthews takes the snap, looks, fires on the screen. Intercepted Guillory! Guillory read the play. And Danilitis in the area, but Guillory climbed the ladder, snagged the ball. What a great job coming up from the linebacker position and snagging the football. Luke Matthews, one of the only interceptions he's thrown in this tournament. And it's a big one as the Chargers now have the ball in heat territory with a chance to take their second lead of the game. They scored the first touchdown in the game, and from there, for quite a while, it was all heat all the time. Westminster has come charging back.
And it's just coaching. They're just starting to figure out Tennessee Heat's game plan.
Stomps fire to Richard on the screen, makes a man miss, forced out of bounds by Aldrett at the 35, and it should be enough to move the chains and give Westminster a first down. Just over 8 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. 4 receivers to the left. Stomps in the shotgun by himself, fires on the screen, and Richard had to get down to a knee to catch the ball, and he was automatically ruled down at that point. So loss of yardage on the play. Stomps dealing with a little bit of an issue with his back. Happened early on in the game, and it could have potentially affected throws like that. Brendan, some of those throws you really have to put your back into, and when your back's not at 100%, it can affect the throws.
But he is doing a great job adjusting and able to just get the ball off when he needs to. They're doing a lot of short passes, but I'm sure eventually he'll get those long passes in.
Stomps fire to Richard on the screen. Richard makes one man miss and then forced out of bounds right about the 34-yard line. So it'll move it up, but it's now a 3rd and 10. So the loss of yardage they had off of that screen where Richard had to go down to catch the ball, they now get that back with Richard on 2nd down. But now Westminster, after a great defensive play, an interception by Gabe Guillory, the junior, Westminster now in trouble. Stomps, looks, directing traffic, makes a man miss. Great job spinning out of the sack. Fires. He's got Richard lined up. Richard makes the catch, and he's down inside the 15 at the 14. 1st and 10. Westminster Christian, the freshman Brock Stomps, directing traffic.
Just able to spin out. That's such an Elway move right there, and just able to pass on the run. His back is hurting him pretty bad, but we can't tell by the way he's playing.
The 8th grader Michael Hatfield getting in there with the tackle. Officials discussing. They have not moved the chains. I did not see a flag come down. There's a flag sitting right at the 40-yard line painted on the field.
During the play, ineligible receiver downfield on the offense. There's a 5-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
So they call them for an ineligible receiver down the field. That happens sometimes in the on those plays where you're scrambling around. It's an exciting situation, but sometimes guys can get a little bit further than the 3 yards past the line of scrimmage they're allowed to go.
And they just got to stay calm, and it's really just stay near their quarterback. I'm not a professional on the offensive line front, but I'm sure I've heard coaches say that plenty of times. Just stay behind the line of scrimmage, stay near the quarterback, protect him at all times. Especially now, you want to protect Stomps as his back is hurting him real bad.
So now it's a 3rd and 15. Officials are talking. Officials could potentially be double checking, making sure they have the correct call. And they will. I think they're going to wave the flag off.
There's no flag on the play. The lineman was not covered up. Complete pass first down.
So excellent explanation there by the official, explaining that it was an offensive lineman who went further than the 3 yards allowed past the line of scrimmage, but he was not covered up. And what they mean with that is the ends of the line of scrimmage in 8-man football. You have 5 guys on the line of scrimmage. The 2 guys on the end of the line of scrimmage are the eligible receivers and everyone in the backfield. And now a flag potentially on a Heat player. It was thrown back there on the defensive side. And the referee's going to explain what happened. I'm not seeing the number of who's back there. Officials making a note of the player that was penalized.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on the half the distance to the goal.
So it is a half the distance to the goal penalty. It will move Westminster Christian. Let's see where they spot it. Looks like inside the 10. Okay, so it'll be at the 8-yard line.
These are
so
the
potentially. Sorry, go ahead.
These are the mental mistakes you don't want to make right now. Tennessee Heat, you've been doing a great job all game. Don't make this a second. This is the problem with Tennessee Heat. They do good in the first half, and then they just lose it the second half.
In these close games, so many emotions, and that's what these coaches are trying to teach these young men. It's not bad to have emotions. You just have to know how to control them and when you can verbalize something and when to just accept the situation and try to make the best of it. Man in motion is Richard. Stomps in the shotgun, drops, looking, deep drop, fires to the screen to Guillory. Guillory comes back inside, bounces outside. He'll get tackled inside the 5, down to the 2 or 3 yard line. It'll bring up a second down for the Chargers. What I was discussing just a second ago with the explanation on the ineligible player, 8-man football, 5 players on the line of scrimmage as opposed to 7 and 11-man. The 5 players, the 2 guys on the end of the line of scrimmage, on the end of the formations, they are eligible receivers, and they are they're what's called covered. They are covering the rest of the line. So what they were saying was the offensive lineman that was down the field was on the end of the line of scrimmage, and any receivers past him were behind the line of scrimmage. So that's why he was eligible to go down the field. They're going to have Guidry run the ball here, and he is stuffed. I'm sorry, correction, that's Gula. They have Gula, Guidry, and Guillory. So loss of 1 on the play. It'll move the Chargers back to the 5-yard line, and it'll be a third down situation. 5 minutes, now under 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Stomps, takes the snap, looks, fires deep, incomplete, intended for Gula, and Luchtefeld on the coverage. And it'll bring up a 4th down for the Chargers. Big decision here. Westminster Christian does not have the ability to kick field goals and extra points. No kicker. They might have practiced it, but they have not done it here in the tournament. And I apologize for not doing the research enough to know if they have done it during the season. But they're not doing it here. They're going for it. They want this touchdown. They want to go up by 5, potentially by 7. Snap, stomps, looks, fires, wide open, and he dropped the ball. Stomps was rushed on the throw. Guillory was wide open, but Stomps, there is a flag.
Blocking the back on the offense. That penalty's declined. It's going to be first down, Heat.
So a block in the back called on the Chargers, but Stomps, not enough time to make the throw. Guillory was wide open, but could not haul the ball in, and so potential 8 points off the board for the Chargers, but they do have the Heat pinned inside the 5. Tennessee Heat have to be very careful to not give up the worst case scenarios here. You give up a safety, you get a pick 6, or a fumble return for a touchdown. And those are the worst. The best case scenario that doesn't still work out for the Heat is a fumble or an interception that is not returned. Matthews, ball up the middle, and Matthews will keep it up to about the 7. Fumbled exchange between Matthews and Hatfield. Looked like it was called for a run, and maybe Hatfield just happened to get a little too much of the ball and pulled it out of the hands of Matthews. Correction. So gain of 3. Ball spotted at the 5-yard line. Man in motion is Hatfield once again. Give up the middle to Luchtefeld. To the right-hand side, looking for the edge. He's got it, and he's gone! To quote Montgomery Gentry, like a freight train. No flags on the field. Excellent execution from the Heat, and it's a touchdown for the junior. His 3rd of the day. And you'll see on the replay here, they brought Hatfield as an extra blocker. He tried to get the edge. Fife was held up. Great block. And once Luchtefeld got to the sideline, there was no catching him. And the positive for him is now he is on the, after running 95 yards, now he's on that end of the field to kick the extra point. He's going to dig down deep and try to knock it through. I want to give a big shout out to all 71 of you watching this game between the Westminster Christian Academy Chargers and the Tennessee Heat. Luchtefeld trying to return.
2-point conversion is no good.
And 2-point conversion is no good. Luchtefeld just could not punch it in. And so your score, 3:39 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's Tennessee Heat 41, Westminster Christian Academy Chargers 34. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament. This is the Division II Consolation game. It's brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology providers. Crumble Cookies, enjoy to every last crumb, and Iceberg Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, services for every season. Here we roll. Onside kick for the Heat, Wyatt Sutton. And recovered, though, by Westminster at the 41-yard line.
So that kick was recovered by number 6.
And so it'll bring up a first down. Westminster
Chargers will take over on the 41-yard line.
will take over on offense, ball at the 41-yard line. So now a 7-point game between the Tennessee Heat and Westminster Christian. Correction, not a 7-point game. No, it is a 7-point game. My math was right. So Westminster Christian had a chance there to score a touchdown and possibly 2-point conversion, make it a 7-point game of their own. Tennessee Heat get the 6 points, do not get the 2 points. So Westminster Christian still within striking distance. They could still take a 1-point lead. That's not a worry at this point yet, an immediate worry. Still have plenty of time. Stomps, looks, fires, incomplete. Pass intended for Fife.
Intended receiver number 5.
2nd and 10. Stomps, takes the snap, give to Guillory. To the right side, has space, has the block. One man to beat, that's Martinez, he beats him. Luchtefeld can't get his footing to make the tackle, and Guillory will sprint into the end zone. Touchdown, Westminster Christian. Great job by Brock Stomps and Gabe Guillory. Guillory, though, doing work on the play. Martinez just couldn't get it, and Luchtefeld losing his footing, trying to attempt the tackle. Luchtefeld, that was actually the second time that he had a chance to make the tackle. Missed the tackle at the line of scrimmage. I mean, he channeled his inner DK Metcalf and hustled down to try to get the second chance. Stomps, fires, incomplete. Luchtefeld broke up the pass, so he couldn't get the tackle on the touchdown, but he said, I'll be danged if I don't shut this down and keep them from taking the lead. So 2-point conversion attempt, no good. We're going to step aside. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament, Division II Consolation game. Parrish, line drive kick, but a deep one. It's going to be returned by Aldred. Aldred on the left-hand side makes one man miss, makes a second man kind of miss, but the second guy did end up tripping him and stopping him. So down at the 38-yard line, it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Tennessee Heat. They lead by 1. So just over 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Westminster Christian, the 1-point lead. And we'll talk through all the scenarios. 8 points here for the Heat if they're able to score and get the 2-point, 7-point lead. Touchdown and an extra point, you would get the 6-point lead. And touchdown without any extra point conversions being successful, a 5-point lead. So Westminster Christian, they're okay to allow the Heat to score a touchdown. They just cannot get a 2-point conversion with it. Matthews in the shotgun, looks, fires, Aldred. Oh no, it was intended for Brown, correction. Brown just could not snag it. Throw just a little bit behind the young man running the slant. And I'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Tennessee Heat. Clock stopped at 3:03 in the third quarter. Matthews, man in motion is Hatfield. Matthews takes the snap, pitch to Luchtefeld, starts left, comes back inside, head-to-head, makes a man miss, makes a second, third man miss, almost a 4th man, but the 4th man grabs that white jersey and brings him down at the 36. Such a run from Luchtefeld. Good, hard running.
And I thought you would think Luchtefeld would be exhausted from all the plays he's doing, offense and defense, but this man just, he has no stop. He's like that little engine that just keeps chugging on and chugging on and chugging on.
First and 10, ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Matthews takes the snap, Give to Aldred up the middle. Makes the first man miss. Second man gets him with the shoestring. Be down at the 32, second down. Brennan, just over 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. We still have a whole nother quarter to go. This is a close game, and we are already at 2.5 hours in. They try to do it in 3-hour blocks. I don't think that second game is starting at 1 o'clock because we have got a burner on our hands.
And this is a good start off of the whole day. We got 3 more games to go, and hopefully they can match up to this because this is big right here. This is a huge game, and these guys are watching it. A lot of people watching it. Grace and Ezekiel already here.
A shout out to everyone watching this game. I believe at this point we are upwards of 70.
Delay game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
So Heat called for a delay of game. And it will take them back to the 36-yard line. Matthews directing traffic. Flanked on his right by Aldred. Takes the snap. Throws to Hatfield. Hatfield makes a man miss. Tries to get the edge. Gets the edge. And then forced out of bounds. And we do have a player down near the original line of scrimmage marker. He's up. That's Adams. So much toughness. So much toughness from all of these young men. There have been injuries across the board. And yet they will not give up. You got 2 games in 3 days. And it's such a challenge, even if you've struggled on your season. You can come into here, try to have a good tournament, have some close games, but you're going to have to have some mental toughness across the board on your entire team. 3rd and 5, and in motions Brown. Matthews takes the snap, give to Luchtefeld. Across the middle, and he got the first down to the 20-yard line. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's a Monday afternoon. Maybe you're on your lunch break. Maybe you're wrapping up your lunch break. Do what you can to extend it. Students of Westminster Christian Academy, here you go. You still have more time that you could spend watching the game in your classrooms. A big shout out to everyone there, the teachers, the administration, everyone there in Lafayette, Louisiana. You've got a great ball game on your hands. This is a 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament, the Consolation game for Division II, and it's brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology provider. Crumble Cookies, enjoy to every last crumb, and Iceberg Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling services for every season. James Shannon on play-by-play. Brendan Daniel on color. Audrey Green. Matthews fumbles the ball, picks it up, still makes the throw, and Hatfield out of his reach. Matthews throwing at the last second. Audrey Green running the video production side of everything, switching our shots. Jerry Shannon Jr. on the field. Spencer Tomset producing this game. Only the third time in his history with 8-Man Extreme that he is at a football game not doing play-by-play, and that is because we have also never done 4 football games in one day. So we're splitting the responsibilities. We are here at Pete Edwards Field in Panama City Beach, Florida. Start of the fourth quarter. They have one play under the belt now, an incomplete pass. Man in motion is Hatfield. Matthews give to Luchtefeld to the right-hand side. 1, 2 misses, and Luchtefeld will punch it in. Touchdown, Tennessee Heat. Westminster Christian had the 1-point lead. Tennessee Heat had the 1-point lead, and now they add to it. Man in motion was Hatfield. Matthews with the give to Luchtefeld, and Luchtefeld, it's what he does, making men miss. I don't remember the brand, and I don't remember the brand, but the slogan was, "That's what we do," and that's Aiden Luchtefeld. That's what he does.
And also great blocking by everybody on the Tennessee Heat, just giving them a chance to get out on the side and just getting inside that end zone.
So we talked about it a second ago. The Heat had that 1-point lead. They can score a touchdown, which they have now. They have a 7-point lead. If it's a missed extra point, it'll obviously, or a missed 2-point conversion attempt, it'll obviously stay right here at 7 points. That's okay for Westminster. If Luchtefeld makes this extra point, it's okay. It's an 8-point game. No good, wide left. Luchtefeld, it's his third kick he's pushed left. He is now 3 of 6 on the day. And it remains a 7-point game, so Westminster Christian with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion could take their second lead of the game. They've been so close to taking the lead in this game and just have not been able to capitalize. Tennessee Heat, Aldred will kick it away. Potentially expected onside. It is an onside. Kick goes far enough and out of bounds. Out of the hands. Apologize, we could not get the ball. Adams was trying to get it. And he is down. We're going to step aside real quick for an injury timeout. Number 6, Adams, the junior, walking under his own power. And we talk about the sportsmanship on the field, and technically still is on the field, but Christy Scott, the wife of head coach Ryan Scott, does some medical work. So she's over there helping Westminster Christian look at Garrett Adams. Just awesome, awesome engagement between the two teams.
She's been a major help all season. I've seen her work all day.
Guillory, hard carry up to the 45-yard line, gain of 9, and it is a first down.
She is for sure a medical hero out here on the field. Look at as she runs.
And after taking care of Adams, now back over to her sideline. And she does. She leads the cheer team. She leads the dance team. Life of a coach's wife, always busy. Always busy. Oh, we got him. Hatfield just barely stepped over the line, and they're going to get him, I think.
Snap. That's first down.
They need to adjust the markers and mark the first down. There you go, they got it. Stomps takes the snap, fires out to Richard. Richard on the screen has blockers, but he'll get dropped at the 32-yard line. It'll bring up a second down. We'll break the fourth wall a little bit and talk about the life of a coach's wife, how busy it is, how much of a help and a blessing I'm sure she is to Coach Ryan Scott. Give a shout out to my wife, Monica, for there's Christy Scott, there's Stomps. Give up the middle to Guillory. Guillory bounces to the outside looking for the corner. He's almost had it. Gets run out of bounds right there by our field cam operator. But again, a huge shout out to my wife, Monica. Takes a lot of time to run a media outlet, and she is very understanding. And as a matter of fact, she decided not to come to the tournament this year, and that was my understanding. And then 9 o'clock yesterday morning, woke up to her and my kids down here in Panama City Beach. My brother helped them coordinate getting down here, driving throughout the night. So big shout out to them. Stomps, looking. He was going to pitch to Guillory, decides not to, directing traffic, fires to Richard. Touchdown! Flags down, though. There are actually three. Every official on the field threw his flag. They all wanted it on the action. Let's see.
Ineligible receiver downfield in the offense. 5 yards. Still first down.
So that will erase the touchdown throw from Stomps to Richard with just over 9.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. So they will spot the ball at the 16-yard line. It still is first. There still is a first down marker at the 1-yard line. Stomps, play fake, rolls, throws to Guillory. Guillory makes a man miss, bounces to the left-hand side and dropped. It actually might be a loss of yardage on the play. And it'll bring up a a second down for Westminster Christian. Stomps, directing traffic. Young man is doing an excellent job of that today. Give is up the middle. That's Leatherwood, the junior. And Leatherwood, hard run down to the 11-yard line, getting some of that yardage back. It'll still be third down, though. They did get back up to the original line of scrimmage. Stomp's doing a great job making sure everyone is where they need to be. A coach on the field, field general. Stomps, fires, got it! That's Gula. Touchdown, Westminster Christian.
And Coach mentioned earlier, Stomp knows the playbook like the back of his hand. As you can see, he's directing traffic very easily. One of his idols, Peyton Manning, does that a lot as he just rolls out, guy wide open. Touchdown. Perfect throw, too.
In a shootout style game like this, Brendan, you've got to think fatigue does come in, and it's on top of 2 games in 3 days. Fatigue has to be playing an issue right now for some of these young men. They're going to have to power through it. Westminster Christian, not a lot of success with 2-point conversion attempts so far in the game. Snap, fires, incomplete.
2-point conversion is no good.
So 2-point conversion attempt is no good. They've only been able to convert 2 out of 5 on the day, if my math holds up. See, multiples of 6 takes you to 42. And then 2. Okay, so no. Hang on. Multiples of 6
Don't ask me.
takes you to,
terrible
okay, I
multiplication.
won't ask you. Multiples of 6 takes you to 7. So 2 of 7. Okay, 2 of 7 on extra point attempts. Tennessee Heat have had a little more luck, but we do have, get it, a little more luck. Lucky. Dad joke. Oh,
Stop
goodness.
with the
I have a
dad
5
joke.
and a 6-year-old. I've been signed on to the Dad Joke Club for a long time.
And quick question for the comment section. Can you let us know what you guys say during comments, please? During the kickoff, please?
It sounds like go, go, go. Or mo, mo, mo.
You never know.
Kick is deep. What a boot from Parrish. It's going to stay in bounds around the 5. Returned by Aldred. Aldred heads left, has blocks, and that will draw flags.
By number 3, Tennessee Aldridge. Got a flag on the field.
And this could potentially move the Tennessee Heat way back into a less than ideal area. So blindside block called against the Tennessee Heat. They are saying mo, 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 go Chargers. So they say mo, mo, mo until the kick, and then go Chargers. That's awesome. That's that culture. You build that culture. Yeah, to quote, we have a flag. Let's see if we can get the call.
Defense. That's 5-yard penalty.
Yep, too many men on the field. So it'll give the Heat a free 5 yards rather. 1st and 5. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line. Man in motion is Luchtefeld. Matthews takes the snap, looks, fires. He's got, being told it's 60. Wogan with the catch. So Tennessee Heat starting to add more and more of these young men into the rotation. So shout out to Acadiana Real Estate. Hey, listen, we're looking for sponsors, just to let you know. We would love to expand in Louisiana. Give is to Luchtefeld up the middle, across the 25, down to the 28. We are always looking for sponsors. We would love to have someone make it now that we've been exposed to Louisiana 8-man football and Westminster Christian, we would love to have the opportunity to come do a game. Okay, so Mo is short for momentum, so you're saying Mo, kick, go Chargers. That's awesome. To quote a movie that only older folks will get. Tradition. Tradition. I'm gonna leave it right there, and you can guess which movie it is.
Good luck, young guys.
Matthews takes the snap. Play fake. Now he'll throw deep for Martinez. Oh, he just couldn't get it over his shoulder. Almost able to haul it in. And with 6.5 minutes left in the ball game, 47-46. Tennessee Heat up by 1. What a ball game. Heat jumped out. Westminster Christian scored the first touchdown of the game. Heat went on a tear and took a 3-score lead. Westminster, though, was not going home like that. Matthews give up the middle to Luchtefeld. Luchtefeld bouncing, making men miss. He has one man to beat, and he does not beat him. That's Fife, tackled at the 45. Tennessee Heat would be satisfied running this clock down, but Westminster Christian, I believe they have all 3 of their timeouts here in the second half. Matthews in the shotgun, flanked by Sutton. Matthews.
Yeah. Number 6, Jumpy.
They were going to give it to Hatfield on the jet sweep. We're going to hit it. The call.
On the defense, 5 penalty, no first down.
So the 5 yards given to the Heat, and still first down. Ball will be spotted here at the 49-yard line. Exactly halfway through the fourth quarter and only 6 minutes left. And this absolutely fantastic football game. What a way to kick off the second day of the NHSA National Championship Tournament in terms of games. Sutton in motion. Matthews fires to Martinez. Has blockers. Trying to make moves across down to the 40. 30, he has speed. 20, it's a foot race down the sidelines. Touchdown, Tennessee Heat. DeAndre Martinez takes the screen all the way to pay dirt. And we're in the same situation we were in earlier. The Heat had a 1-touchdown lead, or 1-point lead rather. Now a 7-point lead. A converted 2-point conversion. And I don't know that the replay is going to come through. Having issues with that. Apologize for that. So a successful 2-point conversion attempt for the Tennessee Heat would make it a 9-point game. And it would be a 2-score game and really make this tough on Westminster. A converted extra point is an 8-point game, still within the reach of the Westminster Christian Chargers. And an incomplete extra point or 2-point conversion attempt, 6-point game. That is the situation for Westminster Christian. You can't see it visually. It did the whole chef's kiss. Luchtefeld is going to attempt the extra point. Matthews to hold. Westminster Christian, as a note, 2 of 7 on 2-point conversion attempts today. So right here, they're looking for Lucky to push this. Snap, set, kick. Good. So an 8-point lead. There is a flag. Let's get the call.
Hey, illegal motion on the kicking team. That's a 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
So Luchtefeld gets that that extra point attempt, but a flag will now move it back 5. Now he hit a 27-yard field goal earlier, but the last time on this same end of the field, but the last time he made the extra point and they got penalized, pushed it back 5 yards, he missed the extra point. Snap, set, kick is no good. Right over the left upright is going to be the call of the officials. And they do have 5 officials on the field now. They have rectified the situation, no longer going with 3 officials. But the missed extra point, it's now a 7-point game. Westminster Christian could score, and if they can convert the 2-point conversion, which again, that's the redundant Department of Redundancy, but if they are successful in their 2-point conversion, it's a 1-point lead for them now.
And they just have to get whoever the ball. I mean, but Tennessee Heat has also been covering that 2-point conversion very well, so credit to them.
Okay, correction. So correction, they traditionally have 6 officials for these games. They are rolling with 5 right now. Aldred is out, which historically has meant onside, and here it is, trying to get the recovery. Hatfield will recover it, but before the 10 yards that it has to go, and Westminster Christian down 7, 5.5 minutes to go in the game, will start on the Heat side of the field at the 48-yard line.
You kind of have to question this decision on the onside kick because usually when they get this field advantage, they score. Stomps knows how to get his team to the end zone, and I'm sure he'll do it again and possibly even convert on a 2-point conversion.
Brock Stomps, freshman quarterback, potential game-winning drive here. Watching the clock, takes the snap from the shotgun, rolls right, looking, fires to Richard at the 45, has the catch, drops back to try to get free, gets back up to the 44. Not enough for the first down, but a gain of 5. Good solid start to this drive. Brennan, we continue to mention it, the mental toughness of Brock Stomps. Got injured earlier on in the game, looked like his back potentially, and he has pushed through. I think he missed 2 plays maybe, and pushed through and led his team. Stomps, looks, fires deep, looking for a Richard, intercepted! Luchtefeld got it, he's gonna return it. It's on the right-hand side, looking for the edge, has the edge! Brock Stomps couldn't make the tackle, and Parrish will force him out of bounds at the 35. There are no flags, but Richard was trying to understand. No call. I don't know about that.
He tripped on his own feet, and he's got to get that tackle. You got to forget about this isn't basketball. This isn't the NBA. You're not going to be able to sway the referees your way. Just do what you need to do, get him tackled, and stop that.
Stomps not able to get the tackle, but in the end it was Parrish. And Coach Stomp saying that he was trying to call a timeout. So we're going to step aside during this timeout. This is the 2021 NHSA National Championship Tournament, the Division II Consolation game. It's brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology providers. Crumble Cookies, enjoy to every last crumb. And Iceberg Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, services for every season. First and 10, Tennessee Heat. The interception returned by Luchtefeld to the 37. Give us to Sutton up the middle. Sutton, hard run down inside the 35 to the 34. 4.5 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Tennessee Heat lead by 7, 53-46. Want to thank all 90 of you watching with us. Whether you might be in Tennessee, maybe Middle Tennessee, Mount Juliet area, whether you're in Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana. Shout out to the students at Westminster Christian Academy. We've now given them 3 hours away from school. Or maybe they had them do silent bookwork and had the game on. I would think they would let them off of schoolwork.
Absolutely. I remember back in my days, they just let us watch the game, and the rest who didn't, they just let them do whatever.
Hatfield with the carry on the jet sweep right by our field cam operator, getting the up close and personal shot. Martinez and Hatfield there, two young men that have absolutely stepped to the next level for this Tennessee Heat team. They did a lot for them during the regular season, but they've gone to so much of a next level in their respective senior seasons. Matthews in the shotgun. Oh, they got him. They're going to get Wogan for a false start.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Just slightly moved. And that's unfortunate for the Heat. It's now 1st and 15. Ball at the 29-yard line. Just over 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Westminster Christian needs a stop, needs a turnover. Give is to Aldred up the middle, making men miss. Carried down inside the 25 down to the 23. Now under 3 minutes to go. It's 2nd and 7. Chargers on defense have made a couple stops. But Tennessee Heat obviously able to put up 53. Westminster Christian struggled stopping the Evangel Blue Lightning. They have struggled somewhat with the Tennessee Heat today. This could be the chance to rewrite the narrative about this defense and say, hey, when it counts, they make it happen. Matthews wasn't ready for the snap. Ball's on the ground. Matthews is going to fall on it. No, the play starts when the center snaps the ball. So if he snaps it early, I mean, it is his fault, but there's no penalty. They expect everyone to get ready to go and be ready to roll. Now 3rd and 20. Correction, 3rd and 19. For those of you expecting Ezekiel Academy and Grace Baptist, the Division I Consolation game, you're watching a barn burner. Under 2 minutes to go now between Tennessee Heat, Westminster Christian Academy Chargers. Man in motion is Aldrich. Matthews throws to Luchtefeld. Nothing on the screen. Oh, he did break the tackle. He got shut down, and he gets up almost to the 25 to the 26. Brendan, I thought he had him dead to rights, and Luchtefeld just goes.
And again, like I said earlier, he's the little engine that could, and he's not getting stopped at all. He's just forcing through all the defense, and he's getting the yards that he needs to get close to a first down.
Coach Stomps will burn a timeout. I'm not sure how many timeouts they have. $117 to go here in the ball game. 7-point lead for the Tennessee Heat. Great shot there of Coach Stomps, trying to motivate his guys on 4th and 12. Tennessee Heat, shout out to the officials. Tennessee Heat, 3 timeouts remaining. Westminster Christian 1. Coach Stomps trying to get his crowd to make some noise. There's a lot of Grace fans here because the game was supposed to start at 1. If you're fans of any team right now, y'all have to make noise for this young man. For these young men, rather. Well, for the Tennessee Heat, Luke Matthews, Aiden Luchtefeld, Keandre Hatfield. Ball snapped. Matthews pressured, set! Gabe Guillory at the 37. It's a turnover on downs. The clock is stopped at 1:15. And I said earlier, Brock Stumps could lead his team on a game-winning drive. In the end, he threw an interception. This is the opportunity to have and it was a game-winning. This is the difference. A missed two-point conversion, it's a 1-point loss. A successful two-point conversion, a 1-point win. Brock Stumps, the freshman quarterback, such an important situation. His idol's Favre Manning, so many game-winning drives. He could do it right here in his freshman year. Stumps takes the snap, looking, fires. Intended for Gula. Incomplete. Pass too low. It'll bring up a second down. It does stop the clock. Westminster Christian, 1 timeout remaining. I don't know why the Tennessee Heat would burn a timeout, but they have 3. Potentially, maybe if Westminster scores here, takes the lead, Tennessee Heat trying to make a comeback, they have 3 timeouts in their pocket that they could use to help Luke Matthews in the offense get going. Stomps, looks, fires to Richard. Could not hold on to the football. The young man on the out route had the chance to grab it and get out of bounds. And it'll bring up a 3rd down for the Chargers. Tennessee Heat fans trying to make some noise. The Westminster fans that have traveled from Louisiana trying to make noise. If you're Ezekiel and Grace fans, I think you got to make noise to these young men laying their heart out on this field right now. Stomps, man in motion is Gula. He'll now go back to the right-hand side. Stomps takes the snap, looks, fires deep for Gula. He holds it in at the first down marker. If they mark him for forward progress, they're going to move the chains. They will move the chains, stop the clock to do so. Now, Westminster's got to get going. They've got to get set. Stomps is trying to get his team set. They're having issues with the chains. It's not quite at 10 yards. Don't start the clock. The chains are not right. Stomps. They've got it right now. Stomps takes the snap, rolls left, looking, trying to go deep. He's just going to dump it off to Guillory. Guillory cuts inside. He could have gone outside. He's going to get dropped at the 37. They've got to hurry. They can move the chains and stop the clock. 35 seconds to go. Stomps trying to get it going. And Coach Jim Stomps is going to call a timeout. He's going to slow his guys down. Ball inside the 35. You could take some shots here, but they're out of timeouts now. We want to give a special shout out and then thank you to everyone watching this game. Y'all have been absolutely treated to a fantastic game. And for those of y'all expecting the Ezekiel Academy Grace Baptist game, that will be coming up momentarily. Right now, though, 2 teams full of just young men laying it out, leaving it on the field. The seniors for the Tennessee Heat, this is their last chance to leave a mark. Westminster Christian, no seniors on the team, but a chance to just establish and go back to Louisiana saying, hey, you know what? We held our own. We're here to play. We're here to make some noise. 35 seconds to go in the ball game. Tennessee Heat lead 53-46, 7-point lead. Stomps is in the shotgun. Ball spotted at the 37. The freshman checking his surroundings, takes the snap, looks, great protection, has time, rolls left, fires deep, looking for Richard, batted away by Luchtefeld. Aiden Luchtefeld said, not on my watch. The throw was into the end zone. Great sportsmanship by Luchtefeld and Gula. It will stop the clock with 26 seconds, and it's only second down. 2nd and 10. Westminster could make some throws, get out of bounds, get closer. Great arm, great throw there from Stomps. I mean, he's standing at the 40, launches in the end zone. It's impressive.
And it's great direction, too, as he's trying to get this team on and get this touchdown and possibly two-point conversion, trying to do what most of his heroes done.
Guillory in motion, stops, trying to move around the pocket, throw in the middle of the field to Richard. Richard's going to keep going, breaking tackles. He's going to get down at the 15. They have to stop the clock. They have to stop the clock to move the chains. 15 seconds. Stomps is trying to get his guys on the line to spike the football. Tennessee Heat, they have a player offsides. It's Hatfield. He now gets back on sides. And they spike the ball. It's down, incomplete. We'll stop the clock at 11 seconds. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Tennessee Heat had a player that was lagging just a little bit, but he was able to get up to the correct line of scrimmage, get up to the line of scrimmage. And great job by Stomps to get his team set and get him to the line and spike it. 11 seconds to go. Ball spotted at the 15-yard line, and we'll now get a timeout from Ryan Scott. He wants to call.
Heat. That's our first.
Ryan Scott will burn a timeout. He had 3 in his pocket. He'll give his defense a chance to catch their breath, to settle down. Brennan, potentially 2 plays here for Westminster, depending on what happens. They don't have the timeout, but have a quick play, get out of bounds, or take a shot at the end zone here.
And Coach has to be telling his players that as soon as you catch the ball, get out of bounds instantly. Don't try to be a hero. Just leave enough time for where you can make a good play, a little short play to get you inside that end zone. And then the two-point conversion, that's all on Coach.
Want to give a special shout out to all 112 people watching this Division II Consolation game between the Tennessee Heat out of Mount Juliet, Tennessee, and Westminster Christian Academy out of Lafayette, Louisiana. Tennessee, Louisiana going at it. Only in Florida. Only in Panama City Beach, Florida. Here's your ball game. 11 seconds to go. Stomps in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks, trying to find the man he wants. Fires it. Incomplete. Great throw there by Stomps. If his man was able to catch it, potential touchdown, but he threw it away from the defender. The defender was really going to have to make it just an outstanding play to get the interception. 4.9 seconds on the scoreboard left to play. Ball is spotted at the 15. 1 play. Here's your ball game. Barring a defensive penalty, it's 3rd and 10. Man in motion is Guillory. Stomps takes the snap. Great protection. Looking. Fires. He's got it to Gula. Touchdown, Chargers. Touchdown, Chargers. Stomps with the bullet to Gula in the end zone. Westminster Christian is 2 of 7 on 2-point conversion attempts in this game. It was a 7-point game. 0.2 seconds to go. There's a timeout by the Heat. They have to get their defense set. Westminster Christian, a successful 2-point conversion attempt. It's a win. And unsuccessful, it's a loss. It comes down. A couple years ago, 2016, actually there's been 2 national championship games that have come down to 2-point conversions. A successful 2-point conversion won a national championship for a team, and an unsuccessful won a national championship for a team. This right here is just the Division II Consolation game, and this is the ball game we're getting. Only in Florida. Only in Florida.
And this is a national championship field. The crazy part about it,
this
and
is
we
a
haven't
national,
even made it back
this
yet.
is a national championship field, legitimately.
And we haven't even made it to the last game, but man,
there's still 3 more football games to go. Here is your ball game. 2-point conversion with the game on the line. Stomps takes the snap, looks, fires, incomplete! Incomplete! The Tennessee Heat hold on and are going to win the ball game 53-52. A heartbreaking situation for these young men. The only consolation that Westminster Christian has is that there are no seniors on this team. No one has to walk away from this season, and this is their last memory of high school football. Every single of these young men, there are fans from Ezekiel Academy, Grace Baptist, anyone, everyone and their mama is giving a round of applause for these young men. They do have to kick off. There are 0.2 seconds on the clock. The officials are going to have them do a kickoff. So it's not a walk-off defensive stop. I will sleep better tonight knowing that there's no seniors for Westminster Christian. This is not how they have to end their high school career. They could come back next year with this, like, Paul Bunyan wood-sized chip on their shoulder going into next season. I almost wish these two scheduled a game for the regular season. Let's just play it somewhere in the middle, Memphis or something. Let's do it. Parrish to kick it. It has to be an onside kick.
And I know
Tennessee Heat, 7 out of 8 players within 5 yards of each other. Parrish, the kick. They're going to kick it. They're going to pooch it. It's going to be kneed by Martinez, the senior. And that's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Tennessee Heat, 53. Westminster Christian Academy Chargers, 52. A massive thank you to every single person who watched this ball game. You got such a treat of a game. And listen, we still got 3 more football games to go. Don't go away. Be sure to come back to our channel momentarily. We will have Grace Baptist Academy, the Ezekiel Academy, another consolation game, the Division I consolation. We can only hope it's as good as this one. This has set the tone for this day, for all the games today. Anything less than this, and it won't work. For Brendan Daniels on color, Audrey Green working video production, Jerry Shannon Jr. on the field working our field cam, Spencer Thompson in the box producing. I'm James Shannon. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a fantastic day.